Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I've probably covered this before, but it's so much easier to make a new video. Somebody asked me, how do you change? They asked me off the video, how do you change the starting and stopping point? This is where the line's going to cut, starting from and end up there. Why do you care? Well, the only reason I would care if I was cutting out a lot of lines, and let's make this thing 0.25 down, and let's make a bunch of duplicates. Well, that's not very much. That would probably much burn away. Let's just go a half an inch down. So Control D or the plus key. And if you did all these, the laser, and this is mainly for laser people, the laser is going to have to cut this and then go all the way back here to start. And then cut this and then go all the way back. So it's wasting laser time when it's not cutting. So if I was going to draw these lines and cut out like that a much, almost like a living hinge, I would Control D and make a duplicate and nudge that down. And then I would go up to, well, I can just select them with the, well, I don't know why I'm going to select them first and go L to put them even. And then I'm going to select this with the shape tool. And I'm just going to select it. I'm going to right click, reverse subpath. So now we got this one going this way. So the laser is going to go bam, and then just have to move that half an inch. Then set your nudge factor on 1 inch, and then just duplicate these guys down as many times as you want. And what the laser is going to do, if you look, it's cutting down there and then back. Down here and back. Down there and back. So it's not going to save you a great deal of time because modern lasers, especially like my Epilogue, it really screams through there when it knows it has to go to the next node. But it's still time. So think about the next time you're drawing, even and this would not really be that big a deal, but if you took a rectangle or a square, let's go ahead and convert it to a curve so we can see the nodes. And you go like here. So it's going to start and stop right there. Well, if you're, let's make this thing 4 inches and then make our nudge factor 4.5. This isn't going to save you that much time. But if you had these 4 boxes to cut 4 squares, and let's get the shape tool. So it's ending up there and it's having to go over there. It's ending up there and going down there. So this is really not that big a deal. But if we take this one and rotate it 180 degrees, now let's rotate this guy 90 degrees. So look, it's going to start. Well, that didn't come true. You know what? I'm just going to mirror it. There we go. So it's going to end right there and start right there. And then you can do the same thing to here. Let's just rotate this guy 90 degrees. And since it's square, it'll rotate. And now it's going to stay in this little, look at that. It's already there. So the laser is going to cut this out and it's going to cut over to here. It's going to start there, go all the way around. But then when it goes over here, it's going to go all the way around. When it goes down here, it's going to go all the way around. So it's not wasting any time and movement. Now, of course, if I was going to cut out these 4 squares, I would save time. So I'm going a little bit off the chart here. I'm going to go take them all with the shape tool, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to break it apart. I'm going to take away this line. And remember, I got my nudge factor set on just half an inch more. So I'm going to go 0.5 and I'm going to move this one over to there. And then I'm going to take this line. We broke all the lines apart, but they'll move together. This is kind of like Roy Brewer's tag cuts. So on this one, let's get it out of the way a little bit more. And let's take these two lines away. I guarantee if you were cutting a lot of these, two things are going to happen. You're going to save wood because that ½ inch space between them, and it's only going to cut that line one time. See, that's just one. So I'm using somebody else's file. They must not have, I don't even know where it is right now. Anyway, they don't treat all objects. Well, you know what? I broke them apart, so it might not be doing that. So look at this. I mean, look at this. This is the only complete one in the whole set. It's going to save you laser time. It's going to save you wood. And actually, since we already changed it, I wonder if it'll, yeah, see the starting is, well, the lines are all broken up, but we can change that. You can do that exact same thing. If you'll search my video under a little magnifying glass by my channel and type in tag cuts, Roy Brewer made a macro that will do that just in 2 seconds. And then it won't really matter which way it's calling. And really and truly, you could make boxes. Let's just keep going. Okay, we want 4x4. So we're going to draw a box 8x8. I'm going to go ahead and put P, put it in the center of the page. And then I'm going to take a 8-inch line and I'm going to hit P. I'm going to Control D and mirror it 90 degrees. There you go. In the same scenario, it's going to cut those 4 boxes off in a lot less time if you're making that. You know, that's one cut. There's 3 cuts and boom, boom, boom. And you could tell it that you want to cut the outside first. Let's just do that. Because if you were doing a lot of these, this would be important. I'm going to get rid of everything else on the screen. I'm going to go here because you would want the inside cuts first. In this case, it's not going to really matter because it's not going to really fall out. You just wouldn't want to cut the outside first. So let's open up Windows, Dockers, and forgot what I was doing. Object. And there's those 3 items. So right now it's cutting the rectangle first. You can do 2 things. You can click on the rectangle, go up to Object, and go Order front of page. Look at it. Now it's going to cut it last. I don't know about all lasers, but like an epilogue laser, it's going uphill. Or I didn't have to do that. I could do this. I could just grab it and slowly move it up there until I get a line. Well, I put it in that group. Let me back up here. Take it and make sure you get in the line. There we go. So it's going to cut that line first, that line second, that square last. And you could do that if you were cutting out a whole sheet of boxes or squares for whatever, name tags or just disk. Anyway, I hope that helped that gentleman a little bit. Thank you for watching.